This is the Logitech G915 wireless gaming keyboard from Logitech. It's been out for a couple of years now. I've had mine for about a year and a half, so I wanted to make a quick video for you guys, show you guys how this keyboard has held up over that last year and a half, and do a quick review of it, and answer the question, is this keyboard still worth it? The G915 is a solid, low-profile metal frame with a nice brushed metal finish. The underside features 6 rubber grips to keep the keyboard from sliding around, and 2 adjustable feet that can be adjusted between 0, 4, or 8 degrees of tilt. I did notice there is a slight bend in the frame when I pulled it out of the box, and after scouring some forums, I did see a reply from a Logitech employee stating that this was a design purpose, while others stated that it was a manufacturing error and has caused the corners of their keyboards to dig into their desk. This has not been the case for me, as it could have been that I've got one that wasn't as bent as others. In either case, it has not caused any issues with the keyboard's performance. One of the biggest downfalls of this keyboard are the keycaps. Not only are they an ABS plastic, which is a cheap but most common form of keycap, they are also only supported on the left and right sides. This causes them to feel cheap and wobbly when you're moving them up or down. The coating, however, does seem to hold up well. I have seen other users have issues with things scratching off, but fortunately, I'm pretty mindful about keeping my hands clean before using my keyboard and haven't been able to replicate those issues. The rubber buttons along the top of the keyboard as well as the media keys do feel like a cheap rubber, and sometimes they don't activate their functions when you're pressing down on the edges of those buttons. This isn't a big deal to me, as I tend to press buttons in the center of them anyway, but if you are the opposite, it may be something to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the feeling of the switches. After testing out a few different ones at my local Best Buy, I opted for the GL Clickies. To me, it had the best balance between a tactile feel as well as an audible click. The switches have about 1.5 millimeters of travel actuation, and Logitech claims about 50 grams of force. Although I don't have a scale to test that on my unit, others have gotten close to it. You have 3 different connection options with this keyboard. You have Logitech's Slipstream Wireless, which is their USB wireless receiver. You've got Bluetooth and a micro USB connection. The speed difference between the Slipstream and the Bluetooth were imperceivable for me. Granted, I only had a Mac to connect with the Bluetooth, and we all know you can't game on Macs, not at least any worthwhile games. Both the wireless and the Bluetooth have been solid and reliable without any connection issues. My only gripe comes from the micro USB port. The RGB lighting is bright, vivid, and accurate. Using the dreaded G Hub software, you can quickly create cool designs and even download user-inspired ones from their somewhat functional theme browser within the software. Additionally, the G Hub software allows you to customize your other features like your macros, your LIGHTSYNC, and your key assignments. You can also check your keyboard's firmware version, get more detailed information regarding your battery life, and make adjustments to the inactive lighting and low battery modes, or even store up to 3 profiles within the keyboard's memory. This is a wireless keyboard with some really nice features, so let's talk about what kind of battery life we're seeing when you have a full charge. Slipstream or Bluetooth didn't seem to make a difference in battery life at all. You have 5 levels of LED brightness. You've got 100, 75, 50, 25, and of course 0. Even after a year or so later, I'm seeing about 34 hours on 100%, 59 hours on 75% brightness, 64 hours on 50%, over 100 hours on 25%, and of course over 200 hours with the RGB lighting completely off. However, I love my RGB lights, so I basically never use this setting. This test was done with all of the keys completely lit, so plenty of power to get you through multiple days of gaming, depending on your settings. Even after a year and a half of heavily daily use, everything on this keyboard is working like it did the day that I got it. Like, the battery's still holding a charge, the keycaps aren't showing any wear, all of the RGB lighting is perfectly fine, the feet, the rubber grips, everything is still intact on this keyboard, and it's been a phenomenal experience with it. But that doesn't answer the question, is this keyboard right for you? Because this keyboard is not, I would say, right for everybody, because it is an expensive keyboard. A lot of keyboards that offer these types of features are gonna run you around the $200 US dollar mark anyway. So it's really up to you. You're gonna know your financial situation the best. You're gonna know if you want this versus your need versus your wants, etc. So that's gonna kind of come down on you. Now, as far as I can say, is this keyboard still worth it in this late in 2021? The answer to that, for me at least, is yes. This has been a solid keyboard. It's been high performing, it's lasted. I'm actually even considering purchasing a white 10 keyless version of it to kind of match the theme a little bit better. So let me know what you guys think about this keyboard down in the comments. If you liked it, if you hated it, what are some things that you did like about it? What are some things that you didn't like about it? But that is going to wrap up this quick review. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope one of you got something out of it. I hope I was able to point one of you guys in the right direction for getting a gaming keyboard that you guys are looking for. So that being said, thank you guys all for what you do. Again, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help us grow this channel, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.